Cool. So guys, we're going to move on for the moment to we're going to move on for the moment. I'm going to move on to sine. Sorry, cosine. We did sine, so we're going to move on to cosine for a second. So guys, cosine, right? So cosine, guys, cosine, the angle is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Cool. And what is the adjacent side, guys? The adjacent side is the side that forms the angle with the hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse over here. The hypotenuse is always the longest side as well, guys. And down here is the adjacent side. So this is the opposite side, and this is the adjacent side. Why? The angle is right here. And let me use 60 degrees in this case. Cool. So when do we use cosine, guys? We use cosine when we need to find the adjacent side, or we need to find the hypotenuse. Cool. That's when we use cosine. All right, and let me give you an example. So suppose we have the adjacent side as 10 meters, and we need to find the hypotenuse. I'm going to give this to Jaden, and I'm going to give this to Tori, and I'm going to give this to Adrian. Suppose I have the adjacent side, guys, and I have the angle, and I want to find the hypotenuse. What would you do using the cosine formula? In this case, let's see if you guys can think this one out. We need to think about it, guys.
Sir, would it be hypotenuse 10 over what's that? Cos 60?
This is Romario, right?
Yes,
Sound like
sir.
Romario. All right. So in this case, bro, it would be cos 60 degrees for sure, because the angle is 60. So is equal to the adjacent side, which is 10 over the hypotenuse. Am I right? So the hypotenuse would be equal to 10 divided by cos 60. Make sense? You just switch
The answer is
these.
20.
Yeah, the answer is
Yes,
20.
sir.
The answer is 20, guys. It's actually 20 in this case. It's really simple.
Sir, that's basically what I said, but I did just say it weird.
No problem. It's okay. I figured that's what you said. So it's really 20. Jaden, you understand why it's 20? Jaden, you with me, man?
I'm here. Say what the 10 over the cos 60.
I'm not hearing your word at all, bro. What's going on?
I'm saying, did you put the 10 over the cos 60
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
solve?
yeah, yeah. You switch it. So you have to switch the cos 60 with the hypotenuse. You have to switch it. It makes sense. You want to make the hypotenuse the subject of the formula, so you have to switch it.
All right, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. So not too bad. I think I might need to give you guys some questions related to this for homework, because I really need you guys to remember. But Tori, you're understanding as well? It making sense to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. So it's not too bad, guys. So cos 60, cos the angle is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. In this case, this is the adjacent side. Adrian, is it making sense to you, man?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So it's not too bad. It's not really too hard to understand, guys. It's not too hard to understand at all. So let me do another one. I'm going to do another one with cos right away, and I'm going to let I'm going to ask Michaelia Raquan. Raquan seem to be just watching champs today. And Nathan, I'm gonna ask you guys a question related to cosine. And the only difference is now, guys, we're using the same cosine formula, but I'm going to ask you guys to find the adjacent side this time. So let's say here is 50 meters. How much would the adjacent side be using the same formula? Cos the angle is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. We have the hypotenuse, but we don't have the adjacent side. So Raquan, Nathan, and Michaela, find the adjacent side with this formula. All right, so Nathan, good job, you found it. Good job, Nathan, well done. Raquan, where are you, man? It seems you just watching champs, bro. Don't focus on champs, man. Time to focus on the maths. Time to focus on the maths, man. Champs will come and go, you know, guys. Champs will come every year. You can watch champs every year, except last year, you know. All right, Raquan says 25. Yes, it's 25, Raquan. Oops. Sorry. Cool. So Michaela, are you there? Are you understanding? You want me to help you out? Let me just check if you're there though. Michaela, you want to talk in the chat? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you're there. I know you're here though. But
Yes, sir.
okay, cool. So let me help you out, Michaela, if you're not understanding. It's kind of really simple. So cos 60 degrees is equal to the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. In this case, the hypotenuse is 50. So how do we find the adjacent side? We'll have to multiply the 50 by the cos 60. So the adjacent side is going to be equal to 50 times cos 60. And when you put cos 60 in your calculator, cos 60 degrees in your calculator, you're supposed to get 0.5. So 0.5 times 50 would give us 25. Cool. So that's the answer. That's how we work it out. And also, Michaela, please watch this video. Watch this little video. I think it's a very good video of how to do it. I sent you the videos to your WhatsApp as well. So as a reference, you can watch the video. All right. So guys, sorry to move so fast today, but we need to move on from this now. And I'm going to move on from cos, guys. So there are two situations with cos, guys. The two situations are when you need to find the adjacent side or you need to find the hypotenuse, right? So those are the two situations, guys. When you're given the adjacent side and you need to find the hypotenuse, or you're given the hypotenuse and you need to find the adjacent side. So the last situation with cosine, guys, is the cos inverse. Cool. So cos theta is equal to, let's use 12 over 5. Let's use 12 over 5. Well, no. It would have to be 5 over 12. Yeah, let's use 5 over 12 in this case. So let's say the hypotenuse is equal to 12 meters and the opposite, well, not opposite, sorry. The adjacent side is equal to 5 meters. Yes, let's say this is equal to 5 meters, guys. And let's say we need to find the angle. Cool. Guys, we'd have to find the cos inverse of 5 over 12. And that would give us the angle for the for here. So I'm gonna ask Nikolai, and I'm going to ask Ariana, and I'm going to ask Romario to find the angle for me. Find the cos inverse to find the angle for 5/12. This is the last case, guys, with cos. There are times when you might need to find the angle. And I'm gonna ask Nikolai, Ariana, and Romario to help me out. Sorry about that, guys. So Nikolai, you with me? Come on, guys, be prepared. Be prepared to answer questions. Be prepared to answer questions. I know champs is going on and stuff, but we need to know these stuff, you know? Nikolai, you with me? Hello? Nikolai, what's going on? Mic isn't working. Okay. Do you know how to find the cos inverse, Nikolai? You can type. Ariana, you with me as well? All right. Ariana says thumbs up. And Romario, are you with me, bro? Not the inverse. You're not sure how to find it. All right, Romario, I'm not really hearing you, man. Where is Romario? Romario gone. Where did Romario go? Well, guys, it's kind of easy to find the cos inverse. Let me just show you my calculator. Guys, this exam is calculator friendly. Okay, so it's kind of easy to find it, guys. So we need to find 5/12. 5 divided by 12. 5 divided by 12. So that's the first thing we want to do, guys. Divide 5 by 12. Yeah, divide 5 by 12. And then we're gonna get this. So how do we find the inverse now? You have to use second on your calculator and say cos inverse, COS to the -1. And when you press that, you should get 65.37.
65.
Right, 65.37. And that would be the answer, guys, 65.37 degrees. So that's how you find the inverse, guys. You need to know how to find the inverse sometimes to find the angle. Sometimes you're just given the sides alone and they might ask you for the angle. So you have to use a cos inverse or the sine inverse or the tan inverse, right? So the angle here is 65.37. Let's call it 65 degrees though. You can call it 65 degrees. I'd put the 0.37 to show the examiner I know what I'm doing. And that's the answer. Understand, Nikolai? You see how to do it now? Do you have a calculator? You can use a computer if you, okay, cool. So you're okay. Yeah, all right, no, Nikolai. Ariana, it makes sense now? You see how to manage it? You see how to find the inverse? You want me to show you on the calculator again? Show you one more time. So yes, 0.4166, 0.416666. Okay, how do you find the inverse, guys? Use the trigonometry function, press second, and then use sine, well, cos to the -1. That's how you find the inverse. You should be able to use it on your calculator. It's not too bad. So let's move on now, guys. We're going to move on to tan. Cool. Tan. We're going to move on to tan, and tan, guys, tan theta